Hello, my divine kings and queens. I'm back to do another video. In today's message, God is letting you know He is sending in allies your way. God is sending in allies to help get you to the next level of your life, right? And there's a lot that we're going to cover today because there's a lot that was troubling my spirit. And for those of you who come across this message, right? Whenever you do come across it, I do want you to know that whatever we talk about today, I don't want it to get you down, because everything that you have gone through and everything that you've experienced in your life was necessary to get you to where you are today. And even if you feel like at times you were alone and you was fighting these battles alone, you were never alone. God was always with you. And so getting back to what I'm covering today, God is sending in allies. God is saying, listen, there are conversations that's being had about you. There are conversations that's being had about you in conference rooms. There are conversations that's being had about you from people that are part of organizations that want you to join and be a part of their team, or these people want to collaborate you. Whatever it is that this opportunity is coming your way, God is saying, listen, I'm sending in allies your way to make sure that these blessings and these opportunities present itself to you, because you've done what? You've passed the test. Whatever it is that you have done, let me tell you something. You've passed the test in letting these friends go that weren't your friends. You passed the test in letting these family members go who weren't your family members. You passed the test in letting go of these lovers who weren't true to you. You passed the test in leaving people behind who couldn't do right by you. Let me tell you something. These people overstayed their welcome in your life, and you making an exit out of theirs have been long overdue. I just said something. These people overstayed their welcome in your life, and you making an exit out of theirs have been long overdue, because these people were trying to block you. These people were envious. These people did not want you to be happy. Do you understand me what I'm saying? And it's merely because, like I said, they've seen what God has done for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? They see the gifts and the abilities. Baby, you've never been stuck, but people tried to keep you in a box, be it by the things that they tried to speak over your life. The people that were around you, it's like were trying to keep you, and they contaminated you. They were trying to keep you and suffocate you and keep you barricaded in this darkness, in this negativity, in this toxicity. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's almost if you were going down this dark tunnel. And the example that I'm going to give for those of you who play games, you understand that it's a different level. For every code or for every level that you crack, you get, promoted or taken to the next level, right? You unlock a new level. But there are certain cheat codes, or I guess bonuses, that you can come across in these levels that may boost your power, that may help you along on that level that you're trying to pass. And see, God was sending in allies to ensure that He placed these bonuses or these cheat codes at certain levels, certain times of your life, that it would benefit you and help get you through. See, a part of it is this evil wanted to take you out. And this evil, like I said, either if they couldn't take you out, they wanted to dim your light. They wanted to get you down a dark path. But see, God had equipped you with the tools and the resources that you needed. And see, I came across, like I said, He gave you the full armor. He gave you the full armor of God, what you needed to get you through to this level. And whatever it is that you were going through, God has His reasons for why He wanted you to get through it. And it's almost as if He's telling you and letting you know it's a painful process. It's an ugly process. But see, it's a process that was necessary, because in the end, it birthed new outcomes, favorable outcomes for you. And it's like if you're giving birth, to the mothers that have gone through that process, right, of giving birth. You know that when you're feeling that pain and it's like, oh, I don't want to feel this no more, but you have to get through it, and you have to continuously, you have to keep pushing through and pushing and pushing and pushing. No matter if it's hurting you crying, it's just a really painful process. But in the end, you birth a beautiful blessing to enter into this world. So the same goes for this process. Once you got through this ugly process, it birthed favorable outcomes for you. It birthed a new season for you. It birthed blessings and miracles in your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? It birthed new opportunities in different areas of your life. These people didn't want you to get through. But I'm telling you, you got through because you were protected. God sent his angels in to help you, to guide you, to get you through. And no one was on your side. Everyone, like I said, there were conversations being had about you currently right now as we speak. Conversations being had about you. People want you. People want to take you to the next level of your life. People want to join you, be on your team. You understand what I'm saying? See, these people were having conversations about you too. Back door conversations, front door conversations, in the living room conversations, behind your back conversations, but never to your face. Throwing stones and hiding their hand because they didn't want you to know who they truly were. Do you understand what I'm saying? But these people envied you. They hate you. But you became your enemy's muse. You see how God will work something out like that? You became your enemy's muse because they were eyeing you, right? They were eyeing you, watching you so much, sending you so much negativity. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to speak curses over your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Trying to work with the darkness to ensure that you wouldn't get out of it. They didn't want to see you get out. And now these people are feeling some type of way because let me tell you something. It's like the very same person that they put their mouth on. Now they're seeing how God got you through. And now they're like, this can't be the same person that I was sitting up here talking about, laughing about. This can't be the same person that I betrayed. It just can't be them. They didn't want it to be you, but God had better plans and bigger plans for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? God had a plan for your life. It didn't matter what these people wanted for you. What I just said, God is sending in allies. He sent allies in back then when you was going through what you was going through. God said the worst is behind you. You've paid your dues. And these people are trying to figure out, well, how did you get through? And a part of why they're figuring out is because these people didn't think you knew God. Sitting up here talking so much. They're realizing that that's something that they shouldn't have done. You made a lot of people, you put a lot of people in their head, whereas they wanted you to be in yours. You put a lot of people in their head about reevaluating and reassessing the moves and the actions that they took against you. Talking about someone when you was in the lowest periods and moments of your life. Judging you. Well, you know, they wouldn't have been here if they didn't do this, and they wouldn't have been here if they would have just done this, and if this would have happened, this, that, and the third, watching you struggle, ain't trying to help you, but it's because they're too busy having conversations about you, judging you. Now they got to watch you step into all your glory and your victory. You understand what I'm saying? You're a totally different person. That evil, overcoming that evil transformed you. Overcoming those betrayals, it transformed you. But leaning closer to God elevated you, protected you, and got you to the next level of your life. One of those bonuses, or like I said, when you're going through this level that you came across, like I said, the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the gospel of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the spirit. Let me tell you something. When I came across it, I said, why was I thinking about this? And I kept trying to figure out what is it that you call that. And so I was led to go to Ephesians and see. I was like, wow, this is so crazy how I'm being led to this. I wasn't thinking about this at all. I wasn't even intending on this being part of the message, but I had to look it up. And so what I'm going to take from that is you had to take it up a notch. See, it wasn't enough. The prayers wasn't enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because people were stooping low, but they was also stooping into things and dabbling into things that, like I said, if you weren't spiritual, you didn't become spiritual. You had to when you was going through what you was going up against because it wasn't normal. So you had to start doing your research. You had to start figuring out what you had to do to take it up a notch to protect yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I feel like God was leading you on this path of what you had to do. Also, while he was sending in allies to help you as well and to protect you. Do you understand what I'm saying? But see, these people were doing this and sending this stuff your way, speaking these curses over your life. And they were sitting back trying to see it manifest in your life. But they had to sit back and watch the complete opposite. Because not only did you get out of it, you transformed from it. And nothing but favorable outcomes, beautiful, like I said, new beginnings and blessings and opportunities was the only thing that you were looking forward to, that you stepped into, that was coming your way. It wasn't any of this negativity that people were sending your way. And so once you, like I said, picked up these different things, like I said, the belt of truth, right? When you was picking up these different things as you was going along, you was putting it on, you was equipping yourself. So as they were sending this evil and sending this negativity away, it was bouncing off of you, bouncing off of you, bouncing off of you. And for a lot of you, like I said, this was something where when you had nothing else to lean on, it's like people thought they were stripping you away of your dignity. They thought they were stripping you away of your pride, of your ego. They thought they were stripping you away of your blessings. I'm telling you something real. I'm telling you something. Anybody who come across this video and want to say, oh, you don't know what you're saying, and literally watching me to laugh. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do, because it's just the mere fact that you even come across this video and you watching, you're getting something out of it. And I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing because you're watching. And see, what I'm saying is, in his own way, God had his way of also transforming that of your enemy's life too. Like what I just said, you became your enemy's muse. See, when they thought they were doing something towards you and they didn't want to surrender, they didn't want to surrender to change, you did. What ended up happening is, in these people trying to watch for everything to bombard you and take you down, and wanted to see you fail in life, by them seeing you overcome everything and handling it well and beautiful the way that you did, it put a lot of people in their mind and their head. And a part of it is because some of these people know that if they would have went through just a portion of what you went through, they wouldn't have been able to make it out. There's a whole lot of people, like I said, were talking about you but couldn't walk a mile in your shoes. When they thought they were stripping you of something, they didn't even know that they was just making way for all of these, making way for the new to come into your life, for new beginnings to enter into your life, new opportunities. When people thought they were judging you because of the things that you lost, they didn't even understand that was preparing you and setting you up for everything that there was to gain, everything that God had for you. When they thought that they were sitting up here laughing and mocking you for what you didn't know, for who you were, for even leaning and getting closer and becoming spiritual, now they want to be that as well, because they're looking at the things and digging in deeper into some of the things that you went through and realizing, like, that ain't nothing but a miracle that this person was able to survive this. And it's because you leaned in on God. When they thought they were stripping everything away from you, they couldn't strip your faith away from you. They couldn't strip your belief away from you. So with everything, with every fiber in your being, the power invested in you, you kneeled down. And you gave in, but you gave in to the Lord. You didn't give in to the evilness from these people that you was receiving. They had no reason to treat you that way. They had no reason, but you realized that in their mind, they thought that they did because they were unhealed. There's no way that you slice it or you dice it, whether people want to admit it or not. Whatever conversations they had or were having. Let me tell you something. You became your enemy's muse. Because in them trying to step ahead of you, do whatever it is that they was doing to you, it caused them to look at how everything that they was sending your way, everything that they was laughing that you was going through, how it propelled and elevated you and took you to the next level of your life. And now they want the same outcomes. So what are they doing? They're trying to follow into your footsteps. They're trying to do some of the very same things that you were doing, changing your life, trying to better yourself, better your outcome, better your finances, better everything in all aspects of your life. This is what these people are doing now because you are their muse, but they were your enemy. You were their muse, but they were your enemy. A lot of people were throwing stones and hiding their hand. I'm trying to tell you something, and it's getting to them now. Because them stones that they were throwing at you, it didn't knock you down. It built you up. It didn't keep you down because God rose you up. And now you're realizing, and these people are realizing that only God has the power to turn a mess into a message, a test into a testimony, a vicious cycle into a victory for your life. Stop playing with me. I'm going to say it again. Only God has the power to turn a mess into a message, a test into a testimony, a vicious cycle of what you once went through into a major victory that played out in your life. JC, back me up. GPR, you with me? You already know what to do. If any of these messages resonating with you, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And tell a friend to join the JC gang. Reach one, teach one. We ride together. We gonna slide together. JC gang for life, man. Find you somebody to play with, but let it not be me, because I know what I'm talking about. They know these people know they was having conversations about you. But let me tell you something. They overstayed their welcome in your life, and you making an exit out of theirs have been long overdue. This is why they was watching you. But they had to watch you step into everything that God had for you. Out here slandering your name. Trying to be you. Trying to take things from you. Trying to turn people's perception of you. Trying to have people look at you the wrong way. They were your enemies, but God sent in allies. Because he said, come hell or high water, you're going to step into what it is that I have for you. Do you understand me? And you took everything. You didn't become a victim. People were trying to victimize you. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you were a survivor. You came out punching. You came out swinging. What's up? You looked evil dead in his face and you wasn't scared. You say, God didn't give me the power of fear, baby. And if you trying to take me out, please believe I'm going to put up a fight. I ain't just going to roll over and let you have your way with me, because listen, and God didn't let them have their way with you. This is why he was giving you certain signs, bringing in resources, bringing in positive reinforcements, bringing in allies, because he was your biggest supporter. But see, what they're realizing is you don't know God, right? You don't know what you're saying, right? It's something wrong with you, right? You so funny. Everything about your life is so funny. Everything about your life meant to be judged, right? So why you are where you are in life? Hold on, not even that. How is it that you've been able to even surpass these people that put their mouth on you? I just said something. How is it that you've even able to surpass these people in every area of life, every aspect of life? How is it that you've been able to surpass these people that put their mouth on you, that was having these back door, front door, in the living room, behind your back conversations, but never to your face conversations? Weak and pathetic. That's what you realizing. Listen, God say, listen, you gonna overcome this evil. This ain't nothing that you need to be afraid of, but it is something that you need to fight against. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we gotta fight. We gotta fight till the end. We gotta fight till we see that light. We got to fight with all our might. But God say, listen, I'm going to fight with you. And these allies going to fight to make it right. You had people in high places, people that were sitting out watching for you. God knew that these people were evil. But these people did not know the purpose that they were serving in your life. This is why I say pray for people, and see, you got to pray for them, because that's a sickness. When you let evil overcome you like that, that's a sickness. You understand me? You let that evil overcome you so bad you got to be jealous of someone when you could do something with your life, when you could be focused on your life, transforming your life. You sit back and you be jealous. You sit back and you be ignorant, so to judge someone, to put your mouth on someone as if you better. But we ain't gonna get into that, because we ain't here to knock nobody down, because God turned everything around in your favor. Do you understand what I'm saying? But see, they didn't even understand. See, it's like they were being evil. They like, oh, we gonna make them feel some type of way. He, not even knowing. Okay, and them being that way, them being themselves, it served the purpose in your life. And it was to open up your eyes to realize that these type of people exist, but they're unhealed. They're unhealed. So what God had to do, and he didn't judge you for it, but he understood why you had that bitterness and that resentment in your heart, in your soul. See, what it took was for him to open up your eyes and see and tell you, look, you can't hold this and harbor this for these people for this long because you give them power over you. I don't want you to become stuck in this energy where you're holding on to that bitterness. You're holding on to that resentment. You're holding it on. They did you dirty. They threw you down. They left you for dead. But this is who they are. You can't hold on to that because this is who they are. You got to release it because we got through it. So now it's time to release it because you got through it. Now it's time to elevate and progress and move up from it and transform from it because you got through it. I delivered you from these people. You got through it. I took you away from these people. You got through it. These people are watching everything that you stepped into your life, everything that you've accomplished in your life. They know. The ones who had a place or had a part in going up against you, is all these people collaborated together because they all were so evil and all wanted to go up against you. And see, no one had enough sense to think, well, why are we all going up against this one person? Well, why this person ain't got no kind of a friend, no kind of a family, no kind of nobody to stick up for them? You know, you've had people who were supposed to be, like I said, throwing stones but hiding their hand. But see, they did did this around other people. So if family was talking about you around other family, it's like people who weren't even part of the family was looking at, wow, this person even got their own family rocking with them. They thought it was funny. Everybody was laughing at you. It's so funny about what you saying, so funny about how you moving, but yet you they muse. They ain't got nothing to laugh at if they ain't watching you, though. But see, they won't look at that. They won't talk about that. Why are they even watching you? Why were they even sitting back, taking these actions against you, trying to see if it was working in your life? What was the purpose? The guy had to tell you, oh, it served the purpose to open up your eyes to see who they were. How else were they able to get away for so long with throwing these stones for as long as they did? They had to hide their hand. You didn't know who they were. But you see how God didn't spare no one. He left no stone unturned. Because these very same people that put their mouth on you had to watch you step into all your victory and your glory. What did I just say? Only he has the power to turn a vicious cycle into a major victory that played out in your life. And now let me tell you something. Whether these people's living situation is being affected, their finances are being affected, whatever it is spiritually they being affected, let me tell you something. It's because of how they did you. It's because of how they moved towards you. It's because of what they initially thought about you. What they did behind your back. What did I just tell you? Back door conversations. Front door conversations. In the living room conversations. Behind your back conversations. Never to your face, though. These people wanted to get away with throwing more stones. But God said enough is enough. They overstayed their welcome. And you making an exit out of their life has been long overdue. I'm trying to tell you something. Like, I knew when I was being attacked because I felt it. But see, because I sought out guidance and because I was praying, I knew what it was. So I didn't waste no time trying to say, oh, let me go here or let me take myself and get this and take this. No, I prayed. They thought you didn't know. They thought it was the element of surprise and hitting you or whatever it is they was hitting you with because they thought you didn't know. They thought you was faking. They thought you just wasn't who you were. But if you weren't who you were, how is it that you are where you are today? If God was not on your side, if God was not helping you, if he was not sending in allies because he's an ally, because he's your friend, because he's your redeemer, because he's your way maker, he's your miracle worker. If this wasn't the case, then why you? How are you here? How did you survive? How did you overcome? He turned that mess into a message. And you opened up your mouth and you spoke that message to everyone to help them as well to get through what it is that they were going through. You realize it was other people going through some of the similar situations as you. Now it's all playing. It's all making sense now. Why you were broken down so bad and God had to come and help you put them broken pieces of yourself back together. Has you in your head asking, well, where do the broken hearts go? Where do the misunderstood go? Where do we go? To God. He turned those tests into testimonies for you, into a testimony for you. And you spoke. Some of these people were really trying to take it up a notch when they saw you got through it because they were afraid you were going to expose them. They so evil. Want to hide behind the things that they do towards others. Hide behind how they feel about others. If you're going to be evil, then be evil for everybody to know. Don't be evil and play nice. Don't be an enemy but play like you an ally. But that's what they were doing. You realize these people just not healed. They don't even love themselves. They don't respect themselves. How can they respect you? They don't value themselves. They don't even know themselves. They don't even know why they didn't like you. But they let that evil overcome them. You see what I'm saying? Because they were weak in their flesh, weak in spirit. See, that evil couldn't get you because you was too strong. Even though you was hurt, you kept pushing and birthed. Ooh, something beautiful. Now look at you. Look how you got through all that. Look at how that evil couldn't get you where it wanted you. People so upset because of it. There's nothing more that will get a person upset worse than realizing they couldn't break someone. And also that they can't even be part of their life. They did too much, you see. And they wanted to do more. But they got stopped and blocked from your life. You overcame it. And you had all the full armor of God. He gave you those tools and those resources. It was up to you to utilize them. And you say, you know what? I'm going to take everything that I got, everything that I've learned, everything that I've been through. And I'm coming full force into my new beginning, full force into my new season, full force into living this brand new life for myself. I'm going to make them feel it. I'm going to make them remember what they said about me. In hopes that it changed them, though. You see how he turned that? See, you could have hold on. I'm going to make them feel it. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do no, but I want them to feel it. I want them to think about it. I want them to reflect on it because I want them to change themselves. We ain't holding no bitterness, man. Just go ahead and speak it out and say, I forgive you. I done let that go. Hashtag I'm healed. Hashtag I'm healed. Hashtag God got me. Because he sent in allies your way to get you to where you needed to be. Let me tell you something. These opportunities that's coming your way, some of y'all was in your head like, well, why is it taking so long? You know, what's going on? Everything is a process. You understand what I'm saying? What I just told you, everything is a process. See, these opportunities had to go through a process just like you had to go through a process. You had to go through a process. Well, what I got to do to heal, what I have to do to transform, what I got to do to elevate, well, what I got to do, you know, to change myself. Isn't that funny how what's just playing right now, Open My Heart by Yolanda Adams. A lot of y'all had to open up your heart where it was closed, baby. That heart was closed because no one will understand why you went so hard for Jesus, why you went so hard, because they haven't felt your pain. They hate the fact that the blessings that were coming your way, but they didn't understand what you had to go through initially before you stepped into these blessings. But they hate that the blessings came your way, but they didn't understand what you had to go through before these blessings presented itself to you. Before these blessings manifested its way into your life. You had a closed heart. It's like, it's like you were innocent. You were innocent because the way you moved, and like I said, these people were able to throw stones for so long. You wanted love. You understand what I'm saying? You wanted admiration from people. For whatever the reason, they went so hard up against you. It didn't even have a reason. You got to pray for them. Because I feel when you move right towards someone, that should be reciprocated. When you give someone love, that should be reciprocated. At no time should anyone have been having conversations about you and your situation, especially to outside folk, people who didn't even know you. It's wrong and it was foul. But a lot of things that you went through opened up your eyes and it made you stronger. But you had to go through, you had to feel it. What I just said, everything is a process. You didn't have the mindset of these people, which is why they got away with what they got away with for so long. Because in your mind, you're not thinking you got to protect yourself from this or look for this or look for this, because you wouldn't do it to anyone else, for anyone else to be on alert for these things. But it ain't about what you would do. It's about the actions that these people took against you and what they were willing to do. You're going to encounter evil in this world. Nowhere is someone going to tell you in life you're going to have good at the start of your life, good in the middle, and good here. No, you're going to go through something, because it's in you going through these things that you have to lean on God. It brings you closer to him when you go through these upheavals, when you go through these trials and these tribulations in your life. It's not saying that he wants you to go through them, but in you going through them, it brings you closer to him. But see, it took a toll on you, all that turmoil. And you kept trying to put a smile on your face till you didn't even want to fake it no more. You said, I'm hurt. I don't understand this. I don't fit in here. I can't even go nowhere. I can't even trust nobody. I can't get a hug from nowhere. I can't get an understanding from nowhere. God wanted it like that. He wanted you to solely be focused on him, solely dependent upon him, not on these people. And because of how he healed you and how you got through, what once was a closed heart, you were able to open it back up again. But see, now you guard it with everything in you, because you understand now how people would take advantage, how people would talk, how people would judge without a care in the world. These people are who they are. But you need to continue to be who you are. And that's why God had to heal you, so you open back up your heart and not become them. But you became their muse. They started off as an enemy, but you became their muse. Somewhere along the line, somewhere on your journey, you became their muse. And they didn't have a choice but to see you for who you are. Not what they wanted you to be. Not who you used to be. Not who they wish you could be. But for who you are. And it made them look at how they've been to you, what they did to you. God got his reasons for why he do what he do. Everybody stood to learn a lesson, but like I say, everything had to go through a process. You had to go through a process, and these opportunities had to go through a process. Well, what type of criteria do we need? What's the requirement? How much do we want to give them? Well, what position we want them to have? Well, how we want to collaborate? Well, what we want to do? All of these things took time. It all had to go through a process before it presented itself to you. You had to go through a very painful process. But in you getting through that process, it birthed a favorable outcome in your life. And so he wants you to know, listen, take a deep breath. It's okay. The worst is behind you. You riding off on your white horse into a new season of your life. Can't nobody stop that. I mean, he's tired. God ain't gonna let nobody. You minding your business. You minding your business. Do you understand what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about these people. Because listen, I'm telling you, God has sent allies your way. He is sending allies your way. And that's how you got through what you got through. And that's how you're about to step into this new beginning, this new phase, into this new season of your life. That's how you're about to be taken to this next level of your life. Because of the allies he sent your way. God has been your friend this whole time. He's been your ally. He's been your supporter. He turned everything around to work in your favor. So now it's time for you to pay it forward and not let anyone else hold you back. And you're protected. But you also realize that's why you went through what you went through, because of how protected you are, how anointed you are, how blessed you are. It's very clear to see the evil that you went up against. It's very clear to see the evil that's in these people. There's no hiding that. But because God sent allies your way, you got through that. God can heal, he can deliver, he can mend your brokenness. He has a miracle to fit your needs. Once you trust him, you will receive. I'm telling you, listen. And that's what I was looking up too, because this song, like I said, I kept hearing this song too. And I was like, oh, I got to write this down. It just applies to everything that you went through. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you realize you didn't need people to heal you. If people were leaving you stranded, leaving you abandoned, judging you in your time of need, I'm trying to tell you something. God didn't leave no stone unturned. Do you understand me? I don't care if it was family, whoever in your family, parents, whoever. And these people getting ahead of you, not knowing the plans that God had for you and talking about you, it's not a good look. And that's why they were feeling it when he kept blessing you, trying to see how long it was going to last. What he's going to do. Like, is it affecting you? You know what I'm saying? Are you losing things in your life? Because they couldn't accept the fact that they look bad for going up against you, talking about you, yet they're the ones who's suffering now. You're the one who being blessed. God got you up out that mess. He got you out of those vicious cycles. And a major victory played out in your life. And you surpassed all these people who ever put their mouth on you. This is why they're watching you. But you stepped into it healed, because he wasn't going to bring it to you any other way. You stepped into it because he made you whole. Whereas you was broken, he wasn't going to have it any other way. But because you was willing to surrender to change, look at what's happening for you. And along your way, he sent allies. And you realize that. He healed you. He restored you. Yes. I want y'all look that song up by Byron Cage. Broken, but I'm healed. God can heal. He can deliver. He can mend your brokenness. He has a miracle to fit your needs. Listen, he picked up the broken pieces of your life, and he knew what miracles you needed. He knew what blessings he wanted to bring your way. Not only to elevate you in the midst of opposition, of adversity, of all these people, your enemies, but he had miracles and blessings he wanted to bring your way for everything that you've gone through, everything that you were deprived of. He brought it back to you, giving it to you tenfold. Once you trust him, you will receive. You surrendered to change. You didn't try to step ahead of him. You was walking right alongside of him. And you cried out to them and you let him carry you through that period of darkness. And you stepped into the light. I don't care what nobody say about you. And them watching you, you became their muse. They knew what they was doing behind your back, and they saw you overcome it. You became their muse. But you are healed now. And God said you don't have nothing to worry about now. He is sending what he is sending your way, and you are going to receive it because he is sending allies. And he's letting you know that you got through what you got through in the past because of those allies that he sent your way. And now he is sending in more allies to get you to where you need to be, to get you to that next level of your life. The worst is behind you. This evil cannot touch you. You will always be placed in a position where you land on your feet. You will always be placed in a position where you're able to overcome this evil. These people have to sit down and they have to realize that either they get sat down willingly or they're going to get sat down by force. But for a great deal of them, you became the muse because they gave up. Once they gave up trying to go up against you, it's like you became the muse of how you became all the things that you stepped into. And trust and believe. Even those who are still yet envious of you have to watch you step in all your glory and your victory and know that there is nothing that they can do. But they realize that they have some healing that they need to do for themselves in order to transform into a better version of themselves. So until next time, I want you to stay prayed up and be blessed. I want you to understand if you need a friend, you got it in me. If you need love, you got it in me. If you need inspiration, motivation, a life example, you already know you got it in me. I'm your sister. I'm your friend. I'm your confidant. You already know I come with that real, never that fake. I keep it 100 with you. I keep it a buck with you. Continue to reach one, teach one, bring others to the JC game. I just want y'all to let y'all know temporarily, my book is only going to be available on the Kindle ebook version. I need to make some updates to it. So until those updates are finalized, only the ebook and Kindle version will be available for purchase. And you guys can still check that out on Amazon. Also, I am fully booked for this month. So if you guys see it close or you see any openings, please don't, because I'm not taking any more for the rest of February. And I will let you guys know I'll probably be opening back up again mid-March, probably beginning of April, because I have some other things I have to catch up on and do. So, but you guys will still be able to go ahead and purchase my book, or you'll be able to still check out some products and merchandise that I have either via my YouTube store or on my website, divinehealingministry.org. If you guys need consultation so I can see if I can help you out with your situation, or the next time that I'll be able to open up my bookings again, then please email me at victoria.cooper@ufl.edu, or you can send me a comment on my website as well, and it'll directly route to me. So until next time, I want y'all to stay prayed up and be blessed, and understand that I love y'all so much. Continue to hold your head up high. Never let nobody see you sweat. Bye. Love y'all.